mentor, she's my friend, she's my colleague, ladies and gentlemen, Vienna Laurendi Haak.
I'd like to know, how do you guys define success? Your success should be defined very early on in your own mind, just organically, without having to wonder what will I be, doing tomorrow. So we were talking about college and where might you go, and maybe you'll have to get on 22 different conveyor belts, thank you, before you find the one that you want to be on. But success, in my opinion, is not based on the job that you do and the money that you make. Success should be defined by the life that you make. So are you successful because you are with a good partner, or somebody who makes you feel good on a daily basis, and someone that you can feel good on a daily basis? Are you successful because of where you live, who you hang out with, the grades that you're getting in school? Are you successful because you didn't run any red lights on your way to work this morning? I got a little longer one over there. What am I looking for in success? What will make me feel successful? Am I successful because of how I looked today, of how I made someone else feel today? Am I successful because I woke up? And there's 500,000 people that did not wake up this morning, but I did. So I'm successful just because of that. Part of discovering your own success is your why. So I want you to ask yourself, what is your why? And it's not just a what. So it could be a Corvette, but what else about the Corvette? Is it the passenger that's with you in your Corvette? Ooh. So it's the who, it's the what, it's the where. Where are you driving your Corvette to? And when and how? I don't want you to define your why in the future. Define your why for today. If we spend so much time thinking about our future and what's going to happen tomorrow, we'll lose today. And today's the most important day. So define your why, your who, what, when, where, how. Do that. Think about it for today. And then worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. I don't want to deter anybody from saying in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now, in 25 years from now. Don't focus on your success in 20 years from now. Focus on just being successful today. When creating my connections so that I can have ultimately closings, I have to sell something. You guys have to sell something. I want you to not worry about selling your product or selling your service. I want you to sell yourself. I want you to do relationship selling. It's relationship selling is what's going to bring them back to you over and over and over again, every day. It not only is going to bring that particular customer to you, but it's going to bring their friends and family to you. So just remember that you're selling the relationship. The product, sure, that's nice that they bought it, you rang it up, blah, blah, blah. But if you are focused on something that creates a human connection, they can't wait to come back. They're gonna walk out to the car and say, you know what, actually I saw something else on the shelf, I'm gonna go back in, because they want that extra second compliment. So anytime that you can sell yourself with relationship building and create a connection, you are going to have not only a closing, you're going to have multiple closings. I have what I call a high fiver, and it just means the 5 R's: reliability and relationships, reap, referrals, and rewards. So if they know that you are someone that they can count on, and because you've got that relationship, even if you don't do something correct, even if you do something slightly in error, even if you don't do something right on time, even if you don't do something exactly the way they want it, if you have the relationship with the customer, you can have that conversation with them, and they're still going to come back. You're still going to reap the reward of that closing, of that sale, because of that relationship, and you will still reap referrals as a result of that. With the 5 R's, I also want you to realize that making mistakes is okay. It is okay to screw up behind the counter. As long as you acknowledge it right away, empathize with the customer, and correct it as quickly as possible, you have now strengthened that relationship, and you will reap even more rewards and referrals because they remember that. Focus on every day, what do you want to accomplish today? And as long as you're focused on that, your goal is going to just fall right into your lap when you're not even looking. You won't even realize that you've hit your goal. The other problem with goals is that they're constantly changing. So let your hypothetical expectation and in theory goal create your daily habits, and then from there, don't even worry about what the goal is. Something that's very difficult to overcome, no matter in your professional life or in your personal life is jealousy. Someone is always going to be doing better than you, always, but it's in your eyes only that they're doing better than you. It's okay to have negative thoughts. It's how we handle that negativity that will create your atmosphere for the rest of the hour, for the rest of the day, for the rest of your week. So it's okay to have a bad moment, but just don't let it affect you going forward. Make sure that you are telling the people that are important to you how important they are to you and why, because those people will reflect on what you've told them and they will hang on to it. And on days where they're feeling negative or under the weather or jealous, they'll recall those things. I want you to ask yourself, whose journey is this? And it will help you kind of steer away from the jealous thoughts that come into your head. Okay, so whose journey is this? Really consider that the person or the company or the sales team that might appear to be a threat to your success, they're on their own journey. So don't even worry about what they're doing. You are on your journey. Focus on your daily habits. Focus on what is making you happy and successful, and what they're doing doesn't even matter. Have you ever heard anybody answer a question, you know, how's your day, or how's life, or how are things treating you? And the person responds to you, life's taking forever, or, you know, they just have a negative response to what is otherwise a very pleasant question. Well, I want you to ask yourself, how long is life taking? If you have oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. This day has just flown by. This year has flown by. 2020 was awful, but thank God it's over. If we think about it, it went by really fast, right? But we have some folks that have the idea or attitude that it took forever. The folks that feel that life is taking forever don't have a very positive outlook, because they're so absorbed and paralyzed by the past that they're not focusing on today. And if you're focused on today, the past doesn't even matter. The past is done. It's over. Don't worry about it. It's done. It went by like that. The people that are the happiest, they can't even remember their life because it went so fast. When you're happy, life will just fly right by you. So you will hear folks tell you stop and smell the roses. It's okay if you run right by the rose and you don't smell it, as long as you're happy doing so. So have you said to yourself, or have you heard someone else say to you, I'll be happy when? I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when so-and-so moves out of the house. I'll be happy, you know, when I pay off my car. I'll be happy if I can win the lottery. When you say, I'll be happy when, or if, or, you know, how come, whatever, you're just telling yourself that you're not happy today. So be happy today. If you say to yourself, oh, I'll be so much happier when I'm out of debt, you've actually just admitted out loud that you are not happy. You don't necessarily have to be happy with your debt, but don't be unhappy about it. Just know that with your daily ritual of, you know, being penny wise and, you know, keeping an eye on what your income and your expenses are, that as long as you stick to your daily rituals, that debt is going to go away. So don't focus on the debt. Focus on your daily ritual. To say, I'll be happy when, just signifies that you're not happy today. So try to find a way to reword that for yourself. I want you to live in the now. Be grateful for the experience that you got yesterday. It was not a mistake. Yesterday was not a terrible thing that happened. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Try, if you can, again, I'm talking to myself here. Try, if you can, to say, I'm so grateful that happened, because now I know how I want to react to life when, if, how, where, when it happens again, I'll be better prepared. So I'm so thankful for that experience. I promise you that nothing that you're doing can't be rectified tomorrow. Everything that you do that you feel is a mistake, or gosh, I wish I could do that over again, with the exception of a few of the, 10 major sins, I suppose. But any sales sins that you're making behind the sales counter, they're all totally rectifiable. So don't paralyze yourself by a mistake. Be grateful for yesterday. Focus on today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just live in the now. I want you to know that you reflect everything. You are a mirror. So when somebody comes to you at the sales counter, you're reflecting their attitude, their question, their concern, and they're also reflecting you. You're sharing energy. I don't know if you even realize that. Do you notice when somebody walks into the room sometimes the energy will just change. Be aware of that energy and make sure that you are sending to them so they reflect it back to you something positive.